So today I'm just going to be making a video on why I think that Toneri is stronger than Kaguya, and just going to be debunking the blatant misconceptions about Toneri's strength, such as, oh, he capped some moon level, oh, he got one-shotted by Naruto. So yeah, I'm just going to be blatantly addressing all of those things in this new video. So yeah, let's get into it. Firstly, we know that in the last movie, like promotional guide, that Toneri is stated to have chakra like Kaguya. This doesn't mean he's relative to Kaguya in any way, right? Because they can have similar chakra signatures because they are both Otsutsuki. Like these people who are Otsutsuki, they can just have like chakra signatures that are similar to each other. That doesn't necessarily mean that they are relative, right? Adding to the fact that we literally see that Toneri is relative to a Naruto who is trained over like these years from the war arc to currently. He's trained, he's been going on missions, and he's been learning new jutsu, such as like literally the Rasengan beam he uses like at the very start of the movie. A lot of people like to try and disprove Naruto and Toneri being relative by trying to say that Naruto one-shotted him. But if we actually pay attention to the scan, we can literally see that Naruto is focusing all of his KCM chakra and all of his chakra into his fist, which will just be stronger than any of his normal attacks, since this chakra is more concentrated, and concentrated chakra is literally what makes things like the Rasengan as strong as they are. So Toneri getting one-shotted by like that Naruto with a really high AP just wouldn't be an anti-feat at all, since that Naruto should just be in terms of AP stronger than anyone else in the series up until like anyone else in the series, like from Shippuden up until the last, right? Adding to this, Toneri and Naruto are literally shown relative on several other occasions, and you can't argue that Naruto was holding back, since this man Toneri was literally like the simp he is, trying to kidnap now one of Naruto's friends, and we know that when you're protecting someone, you literally get stronger in Naruto. So you could just argue that Naruto was resolved every single time he was fighting Toneri because he had to protect Hinata. So not only is Toneri relative to a stronger Naruto, right? He also should scale to him in speed, right? And all of that. And this Toneri, right? And so this is Shinsegan Toneri. Toneri in base is stated to be the strongest enemy, which would just mean that Toneri is literally just the strongest person they've encountered up until this point, right? People like to say, oh, it's just a promotional guide, therefore it's wrong. Well, we literally know that V-Jump, right, is literally just one of those people who is explaining what's going on in the movie and just giving information upon these characters. And if they say that Naruto, like, or this character is the strongest enemy, therefore they literally are the strongest enemy. If you try and say it's only a reference to the movie, that's just blatantly ratty, because we literally know, right, like these statements are general, right? Also, because like if someone says I'm the strongest, and or the author says I'm the strongest, or this character is the strongest, right, in one manga panel, we don't say that he's only the strongest in that manga panel. That would just be retarded, right? Also, it's another common debunk, right, trying to say that, oh, well, Kaguya is stated to be the greatest threat forever, right? But we literally know that she can be a greater threat because the people she was fighting were just massively weaker than her, or at the most low end relative to her. She can just be seen as the greatest threat at the time because of the fact that everyone around her was weaker than her at the time, while Toneri just wouldn't be viewed as such a great threat because everyone in Naruto has just been getting stronger, and there's just been a massive power cliff between Naruto, Boruto, and the last. Like literally, there's just a huge power cliff. Adding to the fact, right, that would just be contradicted by all of the Otsutsuki narrative that we know of these people just being threats that are above Kaguya, right? So it would make no sense for them to be threats that are above Kaguya but they'll be weaker than her. Another debunk you can use for this is that they can be stronger than her, right? But they just wouldn't be viewed as such great threats because of how strong everyone else has gotten in comparison to how strong everyone was when the Kaguya was around. And the problem is that we literally see that when the Kaguya statement is made, right, is literally just trying to show us the events in the past, the present, and the future, or essentially, right? So he's telling us that Kaguya was the greatest threat in the past, right? So we just wouldn't be able to continually assert that Kaguya was still the strongest at this moment in time. So now that we've established why Toneri is like undoubtedly stronger than Kaguya due to the multiple statements that are made and the scaling, like of him fighting a stronger Naruto, right? Then we can just move on to his this final point I want to make, that about Toneri capping at moon level. Right, we literally see that Toneri is casually able to split the moon into two pieces, right? So that's like, and you can't try to say that, oh, just because he only split a moon, therefore he's only moon level, because that's stupid, right? Because, like, what's his face? For example, let's say I punch a baby, no, I beat up a baby, right? And like I beat up absolutely zero difficulty. You wouldn't be able to see assert, right, that I only cap at baby level, because that would just be stupid, especially when there's just statements that puts, like, what's his face, Tsunere above Kaguya, you can arguably, get to star level, right? Even if you try and say it's a hollow moon, that doesn't matter, because Tsunere did it with absolutely zero difficulty or no shown difficulty, right? So you trying to say that, what's his face, this character caps there because of a casual feat they did, would just be stupid, because we don't know whether that's the upper limit of what his jutsu can do. For all we know, based off my scaling, right, Toneri could just be star level with that jutsu. So yeah, that's essentially it for today, right? If you have any more questions, you can tell me in the comments. Like and subscribe, and yeah, bye.